sprinkled on the altar. Hold on just a second. So he's given him the written word. He's given him the covenant. But now then, there's something else that's a part of it. Stay with me. I want to show you something. God had all brought you here to me, and then in chapter 20, I didn't preach that. I skipped over that because I could be in Exodus for a long time. But in chapter 20, you begin to get the requirements, which he begins to give him the law, and he begins to write it down. He says to them, I am the Lord your God. You're to worship me, and you're to worship no other. Then he says, if you are obedient to me, I will bless something. Watch this. That seals and confirms the covenant. And I've Moses this altar that he built, and he burned these animals. There's got to be a sacrifice as a burnt offering. He catches the blood of these sacrifices. He sprinkles first blood on the altar. Why does he do that? It's a sign to the people that God has accepted the sacrifice on the altar in place of them. Watch. Here it is, confirmed. He who knew no sin became sin for us, that we might be the righteousness of God. And God took Isaiah upon him and put on him our sins. He became, as Hebrews talks about, that blood of the everlasting covenant. You with me? Powerful, powerful stuff. And these most burnt offerings became the subset. But he shows that he's provided a way for them anyway. And the blood sprinkled on the altar was God saying, you know what? I know what you're going to do, but even knowing what you're going to do, I grace and mercy. I'm showing you forgiveness, and I'm showing you that all you got to do, and I will accept you. Let me say, you may have done things in your life, and you may have blown it time after in His grace. It's good news today. Paul comes along and he puts it like this. He's given them the gospel. Tells it in a nutshell. I stand according to Scripture. Again on the third Scripture. According to the Scriptures. The written revelation, the covenant. Pastor, why do you love this book so much? Talking about the Old Testament. And be obedient. Moses was saying, people respond, oh yeah, all the Lord said we'll do, and we'll be obedient. Takes the blood and begins to sprinkle it. What would you do if I bull calf or something this morning and I just brought it in here and I just start and draining the blood and I walk out there and I just start throwing blood on you? You wouldn't like it very much, would you? It captures your attention, especially. When anything bleeds, it captures our attention. So when these people experienced it, God was covering them with the blood of the substitute. Because you can only have relationship and intimacy when there's blood. That's why communion is sacred and precious. It reminds us of the covenant. It reminds us of the blood. He's not able to be with us anymore, but I never heard anyone that wasn't a preacher, but for a lay person, I never heard anyone that can explain